going on, fellas? Basically just making a quick video updating you guys on what's been going on with my cars and that sort of stuff. Last time I would have made a video for the channel would have been I suppose 2 or 3 years ago, so yeah, haven't really been too involved in it, but Chris hit me up saying do a quick update on what you've been up to, so yeah, thought I'd make a quick one. Yeah, basically I don't have any of the cars that I used to have 2 or 3 years ago. I've got a couple new cars now, both projects unfortunately, but we're getting close to finishing at least one of them, so yeah, I'll just give you guys a quick rundown on them. First off, we've got my sunroof C33 Laurel. It's all suited for 25 det, adjustable suspension, 5-stud big brakes, all that good stuff. Pair of work wheels, set of work wheels for it as well. Yeah, I've done a few things since I got it, like put the wing on it. I obviously bought the roof wing. I've started repairing the rust because there is quite a bit of major rust in this car, unfortunately. So it's just one of those things that once it's done, it'll live in the garage and it'll be sweet. Yeah, it does need doing. It's quite major. I've also redone the battery relocation because it was like a real mess. Had a marine grade battery box in the boot, like those generic plastic boxes. It was just tech screwed to the ground, so I'll show you in a minute the setup I've made. I bought a whole bunch of interior, someone was bulk selling some, so I made a manual cluster for it. I've got a Nardi wheel, gold clock, and it's like a proper wood surround, so it's quite cool. Also had to remove a bunch of old wiring from the car, which like boost gauge, immobilizer, that sort of stuff, which I'm going to be redoing at some point in time. When I got the car, you can see the tow hook here. It's obviously been welded in recently. I did that 2 days ago. It's obviously been a little bit of a stack at some point. This whole tub here was like pushed up quite bad and wrinkled and damaged, so I've straightened it out the best I could, and it's actually pretty damn mint actually, and welded the tow hook back on. As you can see down here, I've got some holes there and some nuts tacked on the outside of them. That's just for a battery tray that sits down in the spare wheel area there. So that was quite a cool little project, coming up with that design and making it. Also decided to install this, and all these holes, all these bolts here, they're put through the factory holes on the car, so no cutting or dodgy drilling or anything. Just an isolator switch for the battery, and obviously it's my positive terminal there. This is my battery tray, the old, it's a Optima battery tray, so it's for a yellow top Optima battery. They're just a little bit smaller and a lot better than the generic old lead acid batteries. So as you can see, I've folded up these mounts. I've drilled and tapped holes in them for the bottom for the screws to go into. Basically, yeah, just got some holes in the side of them there, which bolt through the side of the car and secure it in place. Obviously, I've still got to paint the whole boot floor, grind back some of the welds, and just clean a few things up. But essentially, it just sits down in there like that, and basically sits below floor level, so I should be able to cover this across and have a flat boot floor with no battery box at all. Also, I have S15 front 5-stud hubs, knuckles, and LCAs. Reason being is the S15 LCAs are 10mm longer in the front on both sides, so it gives it extra 20mm track, but extra lock, that sort of thing. Yeah, so the subframe I'm putting into this car, the new one, is a little bit different from the factory one. I'll show you guys that in a minute. So here I've got my S15 spare car subframe. The big difference from this subframe versus a standard C33 one is they have bushes for the diff, and bushes in the actual diff itself if you get that casing. Whereas S13, R32 and C33 are solid mounted. The reason I wanted this is because I wanted to run solid bushes. just so I don't ever have to change them again in the future. If I ever do, it is these bushes I'll be changing. So basically I'm running polyurethane diff bushes, so that should reduce any like noise, vibration that you would receive from having solid bushes. It's also, I think it's 10mm wider total, so 5mm each side. Not really a huge benefit there, but yeah, that's just something that comes along with changing the subframe into the C33. 10mm wider track. Yeah, obviously the suspension geometry, which will be huge. It'll just squat better, and it will give me a lot more grip going into corners and that sort of thing, which will be awesome. You can see here I've just got a set of offset subframe bushes. That's to allow for the extra width of the subframe. So basically, obviously, you can see there they're offset, the holes are offset in a little bit, just to allow it to fit up to the factory studs. And yeah, had my mate Phoenix painted up not too long ago, and he did a bloody good job of it. Just a bit of 2K black with a silver tint through it. Actually came out really good, so bloody excited to put that in once it's all undersealed. That'll be the next step. Yeah, one other thing I've got for the Laurel here is a R32 GTR diff, which I've given a bit of an overhaul. Just done seals, didn't need to do bearings, so I didn't waste my time with that. And I've just painted the whole housing with zinc black, cleaned the front cover up, and have polyurethane bushes to go in. I also tidied up the rear 5-stud hubs, just gave them a really good wire wheel and a zinc black. Honestly, real big fan of the CRC zinc black for doing little brackets and this sort of stuff. And that'll kind of just stop it rusting in the future, just surface rusting. And yeah, basically once this is undersealed, this car will be rolling again and have all brand new parts underneath it. I've also got new BC Golds for it, and I will be buying a whole set of TSD or Harkon arms. So yeah, should be good. And car number 2 is the Corona Mark II wagon. I did have a blue wagon, which I think I previously videoed. This one's obviously Jap spec, has fender mirrors, a lot more chrome, has a bonnet chrome. That's the front grille there, which funnily enough, I have 4 of these now. Just been hoarding them, which is actually pretty pointless, but you know, you can never have enough spares, as you can see. Basically, this car's had a whole roof replacement. It has had the drip rails done and quite a few other rust cuts done below the windscreen. Bunch of work, man. Like, so much work's gone into that car, similar to what I was going to have to go into this Laurel to get it immaculate, but that's what it is. Love me a rusty car. Plan for this, in 3 weeks time it'll be going to the paint shop to get painted. Yeah, basically just keep it standard, other than cut springs, lowered, you know, standard motor and all that sort of stuff, and just enjoy it. Summer cruiser. Got the old Nardi Classic. Like the rugged looks, I haven't re-varnished it or anything like that. Obviously I replaced the hardware and the horn. I've wired a Digidash into it, which is obviously not here now, but during future update videos I'll take some videos of the interior and all the little goodies on it. I've got some, I think these are SSRs, I can't remember. Obviously 14-inch wheels all around, it's kind of the size wheel I've been collecting. Dunlop Le Mans wheels in the back. Could definitely do with a cleanup, but that's all going to come at a later date. This side skirt here is a WSX C33 side skirt, which almost fits, and I'm kind of tempted to send it in and get it like re-fiberglass to fit this car perfectly. Just a different style. I've done these areas here, so below the windscreen, that's all been replaced because it's rusty. That side there, the the whole roof skin, these drip rails here, this whole corner of the car's been cut out and repaired, this patch here, on the other side, and pretty sure that's all it needed. Just had a new pillar put in there, or section of it. So basically, yeah, get this thing painted, tidied up, and cruise it, enjoy it. Right, so just a quick brief rundown of both cars. Honestly, not very good at doing this sort of thing, don't really know how to talk to a camera, but yeah, lots of work to do, lots of work I can video and get footage of if people are interested in seeing that. So we'll keep that in mind, that might be an option in the future. Just yeah, make a few clips here and there of the cars. There'll be definitely lots of footage once they're painted, but the cars are complete sort of thing, because I'll be using my Insta quite regularly, I would say. The wagon's the closest out of both of them. That'll probably be done in the next, say, month. I'd like to say a month, but could be a little bit longer than that. And the Laurel is definitely a bit of a longer project just because of the rust situation. So yeah, it'll be quite a few weekends spent at the panel shop fixing all that up. Thanks for watching, fellas. Until next week, eh?